Did you know that high blood pressure is the fifth leading cause of death? According to the CDC in 2014, high blood pressure was the primary or contributing cause of death for more than 410,000 Americans. There are millions of people who have high blood pressure and don't know they have it because it usually shows no signs or symptoms, which hence its nickname, the silent killer. Today, we are going to identify the items you need to take a manual blood pressure, go over how to take a manual blood pressure, and what those measurements mean. The first thing you need to take a manual blood pressure is a blood pressure cuff. It looks like this. It has two arrows on it, one that says left arm and one that says right. It has an attached sphygmometer that has a ticker on it with numbers that go all the way around. And then you also have an attached bulb. The second thing you need is a stethoscope. That looks like this. And of course you need the person that you are doing the blood pressure on. Today I'm going to demonstrate on Nikki. The very first thing that you want to do is tell the person you're doing the blood pressure on to sit down, uncross their legs, and just relax. The second thing you want to do is find their brachial artery. The brachial artery is on the inside of the elbow. To make finding this artery easier, ask them to raise their arm up to heart level and extend it all the way out. And I found a brachial artery right there. The next thing you're going to do is place the cuff on. I'm using her left arm, so I'm going to line up with that arrow that says left arm, and I'm going to put it 1 to 2 inches above that brachial artery that I just filled. You want to make sure that the cuff is on snugly but not too tight. The next thing you're going to do is close the valve. There is a knob right above the bulb, and you're going to turn it all the way to the right, and so you can't turn it anymore. The next thing you're going to do is take your stethoscope, place it in your ears, and you're going to lay either the diaphragm or the bell, I prefer to use the diaphragm, and lay it right on top of that brachial artery. The next thing you're going to do is start to inflate your cuff. To do this, you're going to use the bulb, and you're going to rapidly inflate it while looking at your sphygmometer, and you want the ticker to go, normally 160 to 180 is good, but she did let me know that she has high blood pressure, so I'm going to inflate it to 200 on her. After this, you are going to slowly begin to let the air out of the cuff. To do this, you're going to take the knob and slowly turn it to the left while looking at the ticker on your sphygmometer. You are going to listen for the first beat that you hear, and you're going to make note of what number the ticker is on when you hear that first beat. After that, you will continuously hear beats until you hear one more, and then it will go away. You're going to make note of what number the ticker is on when you hear that very last beat. After that, you can let all the air out of the cuff. So now I'll demonstrate. Putting the stethoscope in my ear. She's raising her arm up to heart level, and I'm going to place my stethoscope on that brachial artery. I'm going to start to inflate. And I'm slowly going to start to let the air out. And I'm going to let all the air out. And her pressure was 182 over 90. And that's how you take a manual blood pressure. Now, what does those measurements mean? You write a blood pressure just like a division equation. The first number that you got from the first beat that you heard goes on top, and the last number that you got from the last beat that you heard goes on bottom. That top number is called your systolic blood pressure. It is the pressure in your blood vessels when your heart beats. The second number that you got from the last beat that you heard is called the diastolic blood pressure. This is the pressure in your blood vessels when your heart is at rest in between beats. 1 in every 3 American adults have high blood pressure, and knowing what your blood pressure is a good indicator of what the health of your heart is in. So with all of that being said, wouldn't you want to know how to take a manual blood pressure?